American people.
But what is the culture? Bro, let me educate you.
Black Americans.
Black Americans.
With American black people.
In Black Americans.
Black Americans.
Is that Black Americans?
Black
Americans. Get ready to hear from the Black American community speaking on the extreme delusion amongst many African immigrants. Check it out.
How come people that come to the US can be so successful past the people that were born in this country? What's up with that? It makes no sense at all. Can you guys tell me why that happens? I literally want to be educated on that topic. If you've got someone who got common sense, neurological sense, those are the people I want to talk to. I don't want to talk to the NIGGA. I refuse.
So I've been seeing this African woman from Congo because I looked up the flag that she posts, talking hella crazy about Black Americans, just trying to get attention. Girl, I got a little bit of time before I eat my lunch. Now let me ask you a question. In the Democratic Republic of the Congo, particularly the eastern region, the people are facing a severe humanitarian crisis due to a protracted conflict involving numerous armed groups, including M23, vying for control of resources and power. This has resulted in widespread displacement, food insecurity, and actual violence, with children being particularly vulnerable. Now you can pause to read the rest of that. How come you fled your country since y'all come here and do so much better instead of staying your ass home and building up your country and helping out the children and helping out with the food scarcity and all that's going on over there? How come you're not more grateful to the people that you speak of because of us during the 1965 Civil Rights Movement, Immigration and Nationality Act? Baby, that's the only reason why you could come over here successfully and have the freedom and the liberties that you have. So stop being disrespectful. You wanted some attention, bitch, here I go. I answered. You kept calling. Black Americans, please give me some attention because clearly I'm bored and nobody's paying me any mind in real life. Y'all swear y'all doing so much better. Stay home and fix up your own country. You got a lot of problems in your own country. Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
I'm going to say this in the most nicest way because I do have Nigerian friends and friends from other cultures that I don't want to disrespect, but I'm tired. Okay, now this is for educational purposes only. If you don't have a blue passport, I would never be jealous of you. Ever. Secondly, I would never respect an opinion from somebody who had to move, hop, skip, and jump countries in order to succeed in life. Ever. I also feel like if all these Africans that have so much to say about Black Americans in America, if y'all put all this motherfucking effort that y'all do to get out of your country, to go invade another country, suck up their resources, talk so much shit about them, and belittle them, if you put all that energy that y'all do into being corrupt, let's not forget, Nigeria is the land of scammers. Clock it. But if y'all put all that energy into y'all own country, y'all would not have to leave y'all country to succeed. But for people whose screen are so educated, y'all lack so much education on Black Americans, it's sad. I want you Nigerians, Ghanaians, whatever fucking country, because I'm not dumb. I know almost every motherfucking country in Africa. We know y'all continent, but because y'all talk shit from so many parts of y'all motherfucking continent, we sum y'all up to Africans. If you feel offended, then y'all the motherfucking ones with the identity crisis. But if y'all took all that goddamn energy that y'all had and took a page, one motherfucking page of a Black American's book, y'all will be able to succeed and build your own country. Stop comparing yourself to the average Black American. And even the average Black American is shitting bricks on the average African. Clock it, okay? But if y'all stop comparing y'all top 10%, because let's not forget, every foreign person that comes to America, y'all are not doctors, lawyers, engineers. Come on now. I'm watching clip after clip, video after video of Africans invading Italy. Africans invading France. Africans invading America. No disrespect, but y'all are like roaches. Y'all are like roaches. It be so many white people coming to steal shit from up under y'all motherfucking, not even stealing it up under y'all noses, in the front of y'all motherfucking face. But y'all would sit here and have smoke for Black Americans. Why? Why? Mind you, Black Americans, we are at the top of the motherfucking diaspora when it comes to success. Y'all not touching us. Y'all was screaming, oh, why don't Americans leave America? Because we don't fucking have to. Because we don't have to leave here. We don't have to leave our country because my ancestors fought for us to have equal rights and to enjoy our country. That's why. Black Americans are inventors, civil rights activists, celebrities. The list goes on. We're smart. We're engineers. We're doctors. We're lawyers. And the audacity for y'all to sit your asses up here and talk so much shit about us like we're lazy when my ancestors went through hell and high waters. They're rolling over in their graves because they done fought so hard for equal rights for y'all asses to come over here with that ignorant mindset and talk shit as if we didn't pave the way. Y'all African celebrities, what is his name? Charlie Poppy? Man never been to America, but he's talking with a Black American accent in an interview, and y'all in the uproar. So now I see why Black America, because we are the blueprints. I promise you, I never even knew Africans had smoked with Black people till I got on TikTok. I didn't live with Nigerians. I didn't live with Somal. I done lived with y'all all. I done went to school with y'all. I graduated from the first historically Black university, Lincoln University, founded by Black Americans for Black education, for Black higher education. My people created HBCUs, historically Black universities that y'all send y'all Black ass kids over here to go to. Let's not forget. And let me give you a little history lesson. Black Americans are over 400 years, 400 years removed from Africa. So that means my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, and my great-great-great-grandparents, even the great-great-great-great-great-grandparents weren't fucking from Africa. Leave me the fuck alone. Our roots are embedded in America. What don't y'all get? I really feel like it should be mandatory that y'all take a Black American history lesson when y'all enter America. Because y'all need to put some fucking respect on our name. And this just don't go for Africans. All foreign people, put some fucking respect on Black Americans' name. We own businesses. We own properties. It's not my fault that y'all don't educate yourself and y'all try to compare yourself to the average Black American and y'all still ain't touching the average Black American. Let's clock it. Because poverty in America and poverty in a third world country is not the same type of poverty. But I feel like if y'all put so much energy in y'all country, stop being so fucking corrupt and being like crabs in a barrel, y'all might be able to get somewhere. Might. How is Africa the richest in resources but the most motherfucking poorest people? And y'all got the nerve. A motherfucker sitting in a third world country or from a third world country or had to migrate to a whole nother country to succeed can never make me feel no type of motherfucking way. And before I end this off, I want y'all to understand Black people are very versatile. We are very talented. We are inventors. Let me know what the fuck an African ever invented. We are engineers. We are doctors. We are businessmen. Okay? Yeah. Clock it. We are athletes. We are politicians. We are beyond what y'all try to portray us to be. And to my Black American people, if y'all come across any video of any foreign person disrespecting us, block them. Block them. We're better than that. We're better than them.
Y'all don't know shit, bro. Stop trying to tell Black Americans who we are. I just want to know what the obsession is about. Why are y'all so obsessed with telling us who we are? Why are y'all so obsessed on trying to educate me or us on what we've been doing, where we come from, how we got here, and what we did here? What's the obsession about? Y'all not obsessed about why y'all don't got power in Africa, why y'all don't got sewers, why y'all don't got running hot water. You not obsessed about nothing over there, but you obsessed about how an African American categorizes him or herself. I'm confused, bro. I'm confused generally. Y'all get on this internet. Y'all try to talk about Black Americans like dogs. Y'all get on this internet. Y'all try to educate us. How the fuck you gonna educate me when you had to bring your ass halfway across the world all the way here with me to go to my school? How you gonna educate me on anything? Seriously, especially when it comes to me and my heritage. That's the crazy part, okay? I'm sick and tired of this shit. Africans versus Black Americans, at whatever y'all want to call us, whatever. Foundational Black Americans, whatever. Stop trying to tell us about ourselves. Stop trying to educate me on who I come from. Okay? Not only that, we all are not a monolith. We all don't think the same. Okay? We don't think the same. All of us don't think the same. I'm gonna give you an example. Let's go to Nigeria. Go to Nigeria. It's different clans and cliques, right? So what would make you think it's any difference here? You fucking goofy. I'm sick and tired of Africans getting on this platform trying to tell Black Americans who they are and what they are and where they came from. No, nigga, that's where you came from. I know where I came from. My mother and father and their parents and their parents and their parents and so on and so forth are from one of these fucking states in the United States of America. What don't y'all understand? That we've been here for 420 years. Okay? 1594, 1619. The Spanish had us up here before the British. How long we've been here? What's our heritage? Focus on helping your African country. Whatever African desolate ass country that you from, focus on helping them.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, it feel good seeing Black Americans no longer want to be accepted by other ethnic groups or other races, bro. It's like niggas then took back their dignity and their pride, and they like, nah, we not accepting or inviting y'all to come over no more, bro. Nah, we done. The gates are closed, gang. The gates are closed. And it's crazy how, like, a Black person can get on TikTok right now today and uplift Black people, and it'll summon white people and other races to come start hating in the comments, bro. To the point where they'll make a second video like, yo, I wasn't even talking to y'all. I was talking to my people. Why are y'all in my comments? It's just funny, Fook. I just seen this one girl talking about it, and it's like, yeah, bro. I think y'all starting to realize it. It's like, y'all gotta go be creative, bro. We're not inviting y'all in to come steal nothing. We're gonna party with us, by us, and a lot of Black people shopping Black-owned businesses, bro. And it's really irritating for you can see it in the comments and on this app. You can see the hate, bro.
For years, many African, Caribbean, and Afro-Latino immigrants came to America with a certain arrogance. Some taught by their parents, others pushed by media and U.S. government propaganda. They looked down on freedmen Black Americans, believing we were lazy, criminal, and beneath them. They bought into the lie that we were the problem in America. Some even thought we would be the ones deported, pushed to the margins, and wiped out. But now, the reality is hitting hard. Immigrants are starting to feel the pressure that should have been meant for them. The political winds have shifted. Mass deportation plans are no longer targeting just illegal border crossers. They're expanding to include visa overstays, asylum seekers, and yes, even some green card holders. ICE isn't just watching the border anymore. They're watching cities, jobs, courtrooms. And those same people who once laughed at Black Americans or distanced themselves from us are realizing they were never safe. Now, some of them are mad. Mad at the government? Not really. Mad at white supremacy? Rarely. They're mad at us, foundational Black Americans, the very people they mocked, dismissed, and disrespected. Why? Because we're standing on truth. We didn't fold. We didn't run. We're claiming our lineage, our rights, our reparations. We're organizing, building, and finally checking the disrespect that went unchecked for decades. And as we stand on business, they realize they can't replace us. They can't silence us. They can't erase us. Now the tables have turned. What we're witnessing is a major shift in awareness. Freedmen Black Americans aren't playing nice anymore. We're being firm. We've been too open, too welcoming, too forgiving. But now it's time to handle our business, protect our lineage, and stop allowing people to climb over us while spitting on our name. The wake-up call is here, and more are coming. It's interesting to constantly witness how clueless many Africans, Caribbeans, and Afro-Latinos are about the deep, complex history of freedmen Black Americans. When many of these immigrants arrive in the United States, they often carry a completely distorted view of Black Americans, shaped by colonial influence, media stereotypes, and even teachings from their own families. Since the 1980s, this ignorance has too often translated into open disrespect. Many African and Caribbean parents have told their children not to associate with Black Americans, labeling us as lazy, criminal, or unmotivated. Meanwhile, they conveniently enjoy the rights, culture, and foundation that FBAs fought and bled for during centuries of struggle in this country. During the 1980s and 1990s, many of the older FBA generations extended hospitality, solidarity, and grace to these newcomers, welcoming them as brothers and sisters from the diaspora. But instead of returning that energy, too many immigrants looked down on the very people who paved the way for their opportunities. Back then, our elders didn't always check that behavior the way they should have, either out of politeness or a hope for unity. But times have changed. The younger generation of FBAs is no longer staying silent. They're educated, unapologetic, and rooted in their identity. They're correcting the lies and checking the disrespect. And now that the pushback is happening, some immigrants are in shock. They're not used to Black Americans standing their ground, so they start throwing out false equivalences, comparing FBAs who speak up to white supremacists. That's gaslighting at its finest. It's a manipulative tactic used to avoid accountability and ignore the fact that some of the worst anti-Blackness comes from within the diaspora itself. The foundational Black American, FBA movement is a growing cultural and political movement rooted in the lineage of Black people in the United States who are descendants of those enslaved during chattel slavery. These are the men, women, and children who built America from the ground up, literally. FBA is not about division, but about specificity. It's about honoring a unique and often overlooked lineage within the Black diaspora, the people whose blood, sweat, and tears laid the very foundation of this country. From slavery to Reconstruction to Jim Crow to the Civil Rights Movement and beyond, foundational Black Americans have consistently been on the front lines of the fight for justice, not just for themselves, but for all Black people who later came to America seeking opportunity. The FBA movement was born out of necessity, as many freedmen Black Americans began to notice a troubling pattern. Despite decades of trying to embrace Pan-Africanism and unite with Black immigrants from Africa, the Caribbean, and Latin America, many foundational Black Americans found themselves being rejected by those very groups. Many Black immigrants were taught by their parents to stay away from akatas, a derogatory term some use for African Americans, to not associate with native Black Americans, and even to deny their Blackness, preferring to identify solely by their nationality. They were often indoctrinated with anti-Black American stereotypes passed down from colonial governments or influenced by global white supremacy. This rejection was eye-opening and disappointing, especially since it came from people who shared skin color and African ancestry. But worse than rejection was the erasure. Many Black immigrants took full advantage of the gains that foundational Black Americans fought and died for, without acknowledging the people who made those gains possible. The Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, affirmative action, access to education, housing, and job protections. None of these would exist without the sacrifices of FBA icons like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., Fannie Lou Hamer, and Medgar Evers. And yet, many of these Black immigrants benefited from the blood spilled on Southern soil, while looking down on the very people who made it possible. Some even went so far as to assimilate into whiteness, copying Eurocentric behaviors and values to gain proximity to white acceptance, all while mocking or ignoring the cultural legacy of Black Americans. Meanwhile, foundational Black Americans didn't assimilate. We created our own culture, our own music, food, fashion, language, and resistance, from scratch, under conditions no human being should have endured. From jazz and blues to hip-hop, from soul food to street slang, American Black culture is FBA culture. Now, in the age of political instability and rising racism, especially under the shadow of leaders like Donald Trump, some of these same immigrant groups want to suddenly unify with FBAs. They want to form alliances now because they see that white supremacy doesn't distinguish between Black immigrant and Black American when it comes to oppression. But unity cannot be based on fear alone. Real unity comes from respect. And to become a protected class in America, there must be proper classification, a clear understanding of who is who and what historical lineage is being recognized. FBA is not anti-immigrant, it's pro-truth. It's about making sure the contributions of our ancestors are not stolen or ignored. We are the originators of the fight for Black rights in this country. We carved out space in America against all odds. That deserves respect. If Black immigrants want to truly unite, then step one is to acknowledge the trail that was blazed before they arrived, by people who had no choice but to be here, yet still found a way to shape the soul of a nation. Tell me what you think about this topic. Hope you find the information in this video informative. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. Thanks for watching.